Good morning, everybody. This is Yvonne Francis, and I am on YouTube. I am Lady in Red Yarn Yvonne 1942, and on Instagram I am Francis. That's FRANCIS, the letter Y 730 on Instagram. Okay, so this is my Vlogmas days 4 through 6. So let's just talk about this. You see this? I don't know if you can see this. It was, I think it was, let me see, Thursday I had G-mom duty. For those who don't know, I was born in England. A little bit more about me. I was born in England, born in Leicester, England. Then we moved to London, and then the Francis family came to America. And we moved to New York, Brooklyn, New York, to be exact. And then in 2006, I and my son, my oldest son, moved to Detroit, Michigan, where I'm filming from now. Okay, so, I guess what was I talking about? Yeah, so G-mom duty is, grandma duty. So I had G-mom duty on Thursday. So I came home Thursday. Hey, sweetie. You can see my cat in the background. He put in an appearance. So I came home Thursday. And then Thursday night, this eye just, red, itching, had blood vessels and whatever was prominent. Friday, so I took a, allergy thing, knocked me out. Woke up Friday, it wasn't as bad, but I knew I had to get something for it. So I went out, CVS, got something for it. And so that was yesterday. So it seems to be doing okay. So if you look, wondering what's going on there, that's what's going on there. I don't know. Pink eye, somebody said, you may have pink eye. I said, no. So, I don't know. But the stuff that I put in, it seems to be working okay. So, anyway, this is Vlogmas, days 4 through 6. So, as you know, from my 1 through 3, I have two Advents this year. So let's get to those, and then I'll get to what I'm wearing and all that stuff. Okay. Come to me. Okay. So first one is twice sheared sheep. I might do that as the thumbnail. Pretty good. So so today will be 4, 5, and 6. So I'll just open them consecutively. Where's my 5? Oh boy. Pardon me, taking up time. 4, 5, and 6. Okay. So, just 4. Box 4 from Twice Sheared Sheep. Hey, handsome. Keeps jumping up on the couch. I don't know if you can see his tail, but it's my handsome Siamese cat. My son, older son, got him for me. One of the, as a Mother's Day gift. I think it's about, he's 7 or 8 now. Okay. So this is day 4. And it's, the original chain roll counter. This is cool. So that's day 4. Day 5. Gotta have some opening music. Oh. Okay. Dawn's Handy Reference Guide to All Things Yarny. Oh, okay. Okay, so it gives you like yarn requirements. I'm gonna show all her stuff. Let's see. Pattern abbreviations. Oh, this is really nice. Yarn length, needle hook conversion chart. Recommendation needle gauge. Pattern abbreviation. I'm just reading some of the things off of the table of contents. Crochet chart symbols, knit chart symbols. This is wonderful. Body measurements for baby, child, teen, women, and men. Pretty cool. Okay. That's 5. And 6. Oh gosh, there we go. Aww. Oh, these are so cute. Snag-free stitch markers. Let's see. I'll get the glare off there, but you can see it. They are so cute. There we go. They're one upside down. They're so cute. So that's 4, 5, and 6 from Twice Shared Sheep. And so now we've got 4, 5, and 6 from Botanical Yarns. All right. Box, what is behind door number 4? Here. Okay. So this is 4. And some of you might have seen this if you're following Emily on Botanical Yarn. On her this is 5. I'll show you them all together. Let's take 6. Okay. Straighten up the camera, Yvonne. And it's a 6. So we've got 4, 5, and 6. 4, 5, 6. Yeah. Love it, love it. And I'll put a photo shot of all 6 so far. So I'll do that when I'm editing. Okay, so what I'm wearing, I am wearing Love Note, and I did like a, see it? And I did also, I added it to the sleeve, and then I just did a, closure, a ribbing. I think it's 2x2. Yeah, 2x2 ribbing. Did it on the sleeve. Continued the pattern on the sleeve, and then 2x2 ribbing. And I did a cropped version. So, yeah, I love it. I love it. I love it. So that's what I'm wearing. And this is made out of Red Heart yarn. Yeah, because I have, well, as most of you should know, my favorite color is red. So I had a lot of red, so I was like, let me do a love note. So I did it, and it came out fabulous. Just fabulous. I love it. I may do a couple more, like this one and ranunculus. They're just so addictive. It's like, let me get to the next row, So Yeah, I love it. And so what I've been up to, I've been watching a lot of Vlogmas. And there's a lot of people that are new to me this year. So I'm just gonna, this is in no particular order. So I'm just gonna run down what I've been watching. Knit Sip Happy, Craft House Magic. She's in England. Cami Jo Knits. She's in Denmark. Rachel is knitting. Hey, Rachel. She's in Louisiana, I believe. Nitty Natty. She is now, they just moved to Montana, I believe. Botanical Knitter. That's Emily. She's in England also. Chelsea Yarns. With Christina and Tad or Red Bank Mike. Just hilarious. I mean, hilarious. You got Gretzky. That's their dog. And then you got the chicken coop. So it's just hilarious. They're just hilarious. Never Not Knitting. Now she oh my goodness. Because I know her and a yarn store owner, they have a podcast also. And so I was looking, like it popped up on my feed, and I'm looking at her face. I was like, why does she look familiar? And then when I started watching it, you know, it was her. So I was like, oh, great. So that's been really wonderful with her. 1, 2, 3 children. And then, you know, you got the whole dentist saga with her daughter. I'm just so glad she was able to get, you know, the cap or the cap in. Oh my gosh, I was feeling for her through the you know, through the podcast. Oof. And then Bakery Bears, and that's where's my paper? That is KF Jones, and she has the jelly roll, like I talked about the last Vlogmas. She has the, let me look over here. She has the jelly roll blanket, and then in October, she came up with the crochet jelly roll blanket. So, yeah. So, that's the Bakery Bears. That's number 9. And then Little Wolf Knits. I came across her also. And then she had their little caption, "I've been lying to you." And I was like, what? So I clicked it, and it comes to find out that she's pregnant. And so I guess, you know, she, you know, didn't tell her podcasters, you know, what was going on. So, yeah, so she's pregnant. So I think she was sick for a while or something, you know. But now she's good. So that's entertaining. Her with her husband, Michael. And the reason I remember his name is because that's my youngest son's name. So, all right, let's see. Then Shelby and the book club. I have to, it came up on my feed yesterday, so I have to, like when I finish today, I'll check out what's going on with Shelby. And then, as you know, Shelby is Gigi's daughter. So, that's Gay Gillespie. So she had put up that she won't be doing Vlogmas. She won't be doing Vlogmas this year because, she, as most of you know, and those of you who don't, Gigi had a double mastectomy, so she won't be doing any Vlogmas this year. But she did go in for testing, and there was no cancer. Jesus, Lord, emotional. Yeah. No cancer was found, so she's cancer-free. So that's a little plug on my Gigi. We actually met, because, you know, we're on, like, YouTube and stuff like that, and then when Gigi and Adela, they used to do their joint podcasts and stuff, you know, we'd come on and, you know, just getting to know each other via the internet and stuff like that. So, you know, we talk back and forth to each other and stuff like that. But then when we met in Rhinebeck 2023, it was just like, oh my God. Like when because I saw Adela first. And so it was just like, I just walked up and said, hello, Adela. And I was like, do you know who I am? And then I would just say, this is Yvonne in Detroit. She was like, no. And then we just hugged. It was just, oh my goodness. It was just, it was wonderful, you know, to actually meet and actually hug Adela. And then Jimmy gave these big old hugs, you know. So I was just like, okay, just, you know, just to finally be able to meet them and stuff. And it was wonderful. That year I believe Lola wasn't with them. So I didn't get a chance to meet Lola. And then I think it was the next day on the hill or near the hill, I was able to meet Gigi and Shelby. And so, you know, just, no, it was, it was under the tent. Yeah, that, it was on the, oh gosh, I forgot. But it was under the tent, you know, the infamous event that we met. We were able to meet there. So that was just wonderful. And I met so many other podcasters, and it was just great. It was just great. I may do just like you know, photo shoots or photo shots of who I met that year. Okay, so that's Shelby and the book club. And then so Gigi's not doing a Vlogmas this year. But, you know, we're sending prayers and, because she's healing and everything. So we're just, you know, just praying and holding her up before the Lord. So, all right. Then another podcaster, which is new to me, is Sweet Skein O' Mine. And that is Amanda. And she was referred to me by, I forgot what sister it was. Of Cocktail Hour at the Coop. So she was referred to, you know, like I was watching Cocktail Hour at the Coop. That's another one that I'll be watching. And she referred her. I was like, okay, let me go check her out. So Sweet Skein O' Mine, just she's wonderful, just so down to earth and just, you know, yeah, just so down to earth and real, and just, yeah, I just love her, her podcast. And then she does like cooking sections in there, and she, I think it was Vlogmas 2, day 2, she did a shepherd's pie, and she just basically walked us through it. And see, now it's my eyelids. Oh gosh, woo, where the eyelashes are, it's just itching. So I'll put some drops in once I finish this. So yeah, she had, she was doing, I think it was 1 or 2. She did, well, you know, in the Vlogmas, she does whatever she's cooking for dinner. She would, you know, take us through it. So she did, shepherd's pie, and then another one she did mac and cheese. So yeah, it's just, cause she's a yarn dyer, and she is doing her own, she did like a Advent, and so she's opening up so she kept one for herself, so she's opening up her own Advents. And I'm just looking at the colors and the saturation and the speckles, and I'm just like, okay. So she says she may not do one next year, but I think if enough of us request for her to do an Advent, she may go back into dyeing pots, and she may do one for next year, because the colors, it's just, just gorgeous, gorgeous. So if you're not familiar with Sweet Skein O' Mine, you should check her out. So it's Sweet Skein, and then O, and an apostrophe, and then Mine. And that's Amanda. And then Stitches and Starlight, and that's Tashi. And then like I said, and then like I said, Cocktail at the Coop, with the sisters, and they're doing jam tasting, because they got a jam Advent. So both sisters and their husbands and their let me see, one husband, he just celebrated his 50th birthday, the big 50. So welcome to the 5th level. You're gonna love it. And the other sister does the jam opening with her son. So, but it's nice to see, you know, the family, and because this is my, like I said, this is my first time watching them, so it's nice to see their family involved in it, and the children. Also with the children, what's the other? I believe, yeah, Never Not Knitting. I believe that's the one that she has her. Let's see. She has. I'm looking at my iPad. Never Not. Let's see. Yes. So Never Not Knitting. She has 3 children. I think I told you at the top of the Vlogmas. Yeah, she has 3 children, the 2 boys and the younger daughter. That's the one I told you about with the younger daughter with the tooth, with the dentist saga. Oh. But that's been resolved. So yeah. Yeah, Never Not Knitting. Day in her life. Yeah, she's a yarn shop employee. Yes. Yeah, because I knew I recognized her face. So I forgot the yarn shop she works at. Yes, but let's see. Let me put up for you. Let's see. Hope you can see that. That's Never Not Knitting, R.I. And that's her. But it's yeah, so I've been watching, you know, the different Vlogmas and everything, and oh, and then there's Gemma Darling. Forgot to add her to the list. I watched her first one the other day. Yeah, she's been missed. I've missed seeing her and her children and the shenanigans they get up to. So let me add Gemma Darling to the list. Yeah, so I've been busy. So let me show you what I've been up to. So do you remember the last part of Vlogmas when I showed you, like, I've been, you know, I had bought up all the advents that I got from the twins. Gosh, let me see. So now they've changed their name. Handmade with K. That's one sister, and then the other twin is Callie's Threads, and then their younger sister is Mr. Bob Venn. So they had done an advent. I think it's either 3 or 4 years ago, and so I'd watch them, you know, opening them, and then they put them up on their site for sale. So I was able to grab those. So I've been working on, my camera keeps, so I've been working on, so I have something, it's in my head. And so I didn't, with this one, I didn't want to do, you know, the jelly roll blanket or the crochet roll blanket. I didn't want to do that with this one, because I think once I open up all the botanical yarn advent, I may do like a jelly roll blanket or the crochet one. I'm not sure. But so for this one, I had an idea in my head, and so I started to crochet on it. So I'm working on, this is like 2 or 3 skeins of the brown. So that's, yeah, it's gorgeous. Yeah, that's gorgeous. Yeah, so I started this. So I'll keep you posted as to, you know, so that's the crochet, the chain, and now I'm going back and I'm doing it in half double crochet. I started doing a test swatch yesterday with half double crochet through the back loop, but with the size needles that I'm using, it didn't look right. It didn't feel right. So I just changed it and just did half double crochet, just straight half double crochet. So, and I like the fabric of that better. So I'm working on that. And then I've also been doing, let's see, mitered squares. I don't know if you can see. Yeah, there you go. You can see the detail. I just love how the center, when you're doing the decreases. So I've been doing mottled squares. As you can see, I've done 4. And of course, it's in my favorite color. So, yeah, so I've been doing this. And it's with worsted yarn. I believe I got this from Hobie. When they had the, you know, the big, this is bigger than my head. When they had the big, you know, when they had these for sale. And so I don't have the ball band, but I believe this is from Hobie. Bigger than my head. So I've been working on that. And so I'll get like another color. And then I'll use a different color because I'm seeing something in my head. So I think I'm going to use a different color to join them. So, yeah. So I'm working on that. And then, when I was in Barcelona, I have to do the Barcelona knits. I have to do that. We had not a sewing, but we had a stitch class. And so we did, you know, we had the little, you know what? Let me go get the thing. Hold on. Okay. Go upstairs. So we had that's where they are. I'm looking for these. So we had a class where it's a printed picture and then you do stitch work on it, on the actual picture itself. So this was my first time doing this stitching, you know. So I just did, I don't know if you can see like the outline. So I just did a regular plain outline only because I don't know how to do other stitches. So while I was in Barcelona, I had ordered this. It's backwards. Amy McKellen 2021. So it's a backwards. It's a sampler book of embroidery stitches. So each page has like a different stitch. I'm not going to show too much. Yeah, so each page has a different stitch and you learn how to do it by doing it. So I'd ordered that, so that came in. Which is now like I need another craft, you know, but it is what it is. And so now I can learn how to do the different stitches from the Amy McKellen book, and then I can do different stitches on, you know, finish this off. And it's my, you know, first time working with the, I don't even know what you call this. The embroidery people are probably screaming at me right now. But yeah, so it's in this, and you know, you're able to just work on your project. But yeah, so that came, yeah, that came yesterday. So I'll be, you know, going through this, and the embroidery is just amazing. Because I don't believe I had it in school, because like I said, I grew up in England, so we had knitting classes, we had crochet classes. We also had a quilting class. I have to remember to look at the green light. We also had a quilting class where we would cut out hexagon shapes with cardboard. Then we'd go over and trace the hexagon on material. Then we cut that material out, and then we would sew, you know, not all the way around, but just on the corners. We'd fold the corners down, fold the corners of the hexagon on you know, on top of each other, and then just put like a little stitch on the top, and then keep going around, right? Then we do the next hexagon, but that one we do it the same way, but that one we would join on one of the ends. We would actually sew them together on one of the ends. And so you keep doing that, keep drawing in the hexagons. And then once you finished whatever your project is, you go back and you just cut out the cardboard from the back of it. And then you have your quilt. And I had totally forgotten about it. And I was just watching some different, because on the Barcelona trip, we had some quilters. So I was just like, oh my gosh. And just listening to them, it just brought that back. And so I told them what we, how we learned, and they were like, yes. And so I was like, wow, just amazing. So, yeah, just all these projects that I'm, getting up to and working on. And, yeah, and as most of you know, I am retired now, so I can actually, I actually now have the time to do all of these things. And to add more to the list. But yeah, so for right now, things I'm working on, the mitered squares. These are the knit mitered squares. And these I cast on 40 stitches. And as I said, this is worsted yarn, worsted weight yarn. This I got from Hobie. I don't know if they call it the big ball or something. I forgot. But yeah, so I'm doing that in worsted weight. And then for the advent that I got from the sisters, I'm working. I have something in my head, which I want to, for this advent, I want to make what I have in my head. I want to make that with this. So I've crocheted that, started that. I'll keep you posted on that. And then, yeah. And that's it. Yeah. And then my, the eye situation. I'll keep you posted on that. So like I said, so I'm probably going to do it every 3 days or whatnot. So it'll be 6 days, 6, 7, and 8 will be next. And then, I'll just keep you posted on what's going on in life and, stuff like that. Yeah, so this is it for now. I'm so glad that you were able to join me. And look, so, I'm going to go, I think I'm going to, get something to eat, watch some more Vlogmas, and then edit this one. I have my son help me, show me how to do some other, some other stuff, and we'll just get this thing rolling. All right, so, that's it for today. Yeah, so like I said, I'm going to do a photo shot of, the days 1 through 6 of both advents. I'll put a shot in probably here. We'll see how to put it in. Yeah, and then work on editing as we're working on, we'll work on editing as we go. So, okay, this is day 4 through 6. This has been day 4 through 6. And so I thank you for joining me. And I'll see you later. Ta-ta for now.